Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hence back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be, well, first of all, it's been a while, so glad to see you guys. I'm back on the game again after taking a little bit of a break, to be honest, because, the game hasn't been that fun recently, but today we're going to be going over the new Teambuilders, so let's hop over to NHL and get right into it. So, well, as you saw a sneak peek there, you can see who I made, but if you didn't see it, then I'll go over it in a minute. But you know what? The Teambuilders admittedly have got me back on the game. I played a few games today. I'm going to go over the Teambuilders, and I'm also going to go over my team and where I'm going to go with it, etc., etc. Now, there is 4 of these Teambuilders, which sets it up for there to be 2 or 3 at the very least. 3 probably is what I would expect. 99 overall Teambuilders to come in a couple months from now, but yeah, that's it for if you're still playing the game by then. I might look to make another one of these 98 Teambuilders because they do look very, very, very good. But, you know, I've had the chance to test one of them. I've talked to a few people in the Discord who have made, you know, multiple of them, minimum 3 of them. And I'm going to rank them for you. And I'm going to give my opinions on the one that I made. And then I'm going to give you opinions on other people who have made other ones. And me playing against them because I played a few games today, to be completely honest. So, yeah, so the new 4 Teambuilders are starting in order of how they are on the page. Eric Daze, Ryan Graves, Uwe Krupp, and Eric Stahl. So I'm going to go in order from my favorite one, or sorry, the worst one in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. You can make any of them. They're positional needs. They're even more for positional needs than the 95 ones were, because these cards are basically 5 of the exact same cards, just at different positions on the ice. That's how I want to put it. There are slight differences, but, you know, it's the number one thing you're going to be looking for is positional need, and then after that, you're going to be looking at, you know, which card you like the most, whether it's a player you like the most, whether it's the abilities you like the most, whether it's the stats you like the most, etc., etc. So, yeah, we'll get into it. And coming in at number 4, we have Ryan Graves. Now, this is an unbelievable card. Let's just get that out there. He is an unbelievable card. He's got, you know, 99 pretty much every stat, especially the stats that matter, except speed and acceleration are 97, 96, respectively. You can't get him any higher speed. You can only get him higher acceleration, which kind of sucks, but 97, 96 out of 6'5", 220 defenseman is not bad whatsoever. He's also got gold shutdown and silver stick him up and silver lead edges. Now you might be saying, Hence, how in the world is this card number 4 out of them? Well, the answer is because there are 3 better cards, believe it or not. At least in my opinion, this card is great. I know Henrique's probably going to build this card because he's a Devil and he's a former Avalanche, so it gave me incentive to maybe think about building him. But yeah, this looks like a great card. Yeah, I can put him at number 4, and the reason is because gold shutdown, it is very good, but for 8 ability points, I just don't know if it's quite worth it. But silver stick him up is nice, and silver lead edges is of course very nice. So yeah, this card doesn't look too bad, or well, it looks phenomenal, but it doesn't look too bad, you know, compared to the rest of the cards. And the gap between these cards is so incredibly small. Like I said before, just take whatever position you need the most. Coming in at number 3, we have Eric Daze. Now, this might surprise some of you guys, but the reason he's coming in at number 3 and not number 2 is because his face-offs are a little bit low, and he doesn't get unstoppable force. If this card would be just a complete replacement for Jaromir Jagr, I think if you had gold unstoppable force, silver close quarters, and silver elite edges, this card would be absolutely phenomenal. He's just a slightly better version of Jaromir Jagr, I would say. But with a little bit worse abilities. He does not have silver close quarters. He has gold close quarters, which is like the main reason why I think he's not worth it, because having close quarters on all your players is extremely, extremely nice, and making it gold, you know, it doesn't make it all that much better than the silver ability, and, you know, it's kind of expensive to put on him. So, you know, he does have a 99 shot, but close quarters does really make a difference. But this card is phenomenal. If you wanted to make this card, this is the other card that I was debating on making. It was between this and who I have in the number 2 spot and who I actually made. But yeah, this card is phenomenal. 99 in every stat that matters except for acceleration, speed, and skating. Sorry, acceleration, speed, and face-offs. And unfortunately, he can't get 99 face-offs. He can get up to 90, I believe 93 or 94 face-offs, which, you know, is definitely good enough to play him at center. It's just he's not going to be super reliable on the draw. So if you did want him to play him at center, he would be perfectly viable to play at center. It's just that he would be at a slight disadvantage compared to other centers, especially top line centers who are all at this point going to have 99 face-offs, and most of them are going to have gold quick draw. just how it is. So he's not going to win that many face-offs for you. At least, you know, you can counter people with his face-offs, but it's not going to be, you know, necessarily the face-off that you always want to do in order to win the face-off. So, yeah, he is a great card, phenomenal, 99 in every stat that matters, again, except for speed, acceleration, and face-offs. But, you know, other than that, he's a great, phenomenal card, and I would highly recommend Eric Daze if you have the facilities for it. If you built all the 95 team builders, you can build 2 of these cards, and, you know, I would say the 2 that I would build are the next 2 that I'm going to talk about. So now we have Uwe Krupp next and Eric Stahl, and I'm going to put Eric Stahl at number 2, even though this card is phenomenal. He has like all the best abilities in the game except for silver elite edges or gold elite edges, depending on where you want it. But he does have gold quick draw, silver unstoppable force, silver close quarters, silver snipe, silver truculence, silver no contest. Now I have personally on mine, I have unstoppable force, close quarters, no contest, and gold quick draw. He's got literally 99 in every single stat, except he's got 98 speed. So in terms of stats, this card is the best card in the release, and he might even be the best card in the game right now, just in terms of stats, including his height and weight and all that stuff. The problem that I have with this card, and okay, so basically I was stuck between this card, Eric Daze, and Uwe Krupp, and the reason I went with Eric Stahl is because he's a former Hab, and I'm a Habs fan, so that was kind of what put me over the edge. But he has been phenomenal in game. I played, I believe, 2 or 3 games with him. He's got 3 goals for me in that amount of games, or he's a goal per game, depending on how many games I played. I know he's a goal per game. But he has been absolutely phenomenal for me in game. He doesn't get knocked over, despite him only being 195 pounds, which, you know, is pretty light for his height. But he is a phenomenal card in game, and I can promise you that, and you will not be disappointed if you make this card. I think this is the best first-line center in the game, no doubt in my mind. So if you have the facilities to make this card, I would highly recommend it. And then coming in at number 1, of course, is Uwe Krupp. This card is just phenomenal. 97 acceleration, 96 speed. He's not the fastest out of all of them. He's the same speed as Ryan Graves, but he does have gold truculence and silver stick 'em up. On a 6'6", 255 defender, this is literally just a faster version of Victor Hedman with gold truculence. An absolutely unstoppable card. The only reason I didn't make him is because I don't need any more right-handed defensemen. If he was left-handed, then I would have made him over Eric Stahl. That's what I will say about that, but this card is absolutely phenomenal, and I would highly recommend him to anybody that's looking for him. So the order: 1 Uwe Krupp, 2 Eric Stahl, 3 Eric Daze, 4 Ryan Graves, but they are all interchangeable basically, but that's the order that I would put them in terms of what I think are the best to worst, not looking at positions or anything like that. Then I'm going to show you my team now. So in terms of my team, I have Nylander, Stahl, and McDavid on my first line. I have Matthews, McKinnon, and Kessel on my second line. I have Stamkos, Poulin, and Draisaitl on my third line. And then I have Faxa, Sagan, and Lemieux on my fourth line. Now, Lemieux is temporarily downgraded while I work on upgrading Draisaitl, because I do want to get him to 95 into his team of the season, which I will be able to do probably by the end of tonight, or at least get him to 95 on his X Factor by the end of tonight. I don't know if I'll have the fodder to get his team of the season, but he is a phenomenal card. And yeah, so that's my plan going forward with my team. I did pack Stamkos from a choice pack. He's been okay for me. Obviously, he's only got 2 points in 14 games, but that is, I've only played like 4 games of champs with him. The rest of them have been 2-minute periods, and he's on my third line. So obviously, he's not going to get that much exposure on the ice. But yeah, he's pretty solid from what I've used in game. You know, Poulin's been absolutely amazing for me. I don't understand why, but she's been unbelievable for me. And then obviously McDavid, Stahl, and Nylander have all been great. Stahl has 2 goals in 2 games, so it's not 3 goals in 3 games, it's 2 goals in 2 games. But he's been very good for me. Then my defense is Dobson, Yossi, Power, Makar, and then these 2 are kind of placeholders right now while I work on getting them upgraded. I'm eventually going to upgrade Lindholm to his Team of the Season card. And then in goal, we have the 96 overall Team of the Season, Linus Ullmark, who's been average for me at best. He's 35 and 24 with a 315, 78.57. He's been okay, but nothing, you know, spectacular. But with that being said, I'm glad to be back making another video for you guys. I don't know how often I'm going to upload. Probably not very often, because I'm going to start working soon. But rest assured that, you know, by the end of by the next release of the next HUT game, I'm going to be on my grind again from day 1, posting every single day, multiple times a day, you know, pushing out content to you guys constantly, because I do love the start of HUT, and especially making coins. I'm going to be back on my grind on making coins and that sort of stuff. So if you guys do enjoy watching that stuff, I would greatly appreciate you liking and subscribing and staying tuned for the next NHL when I really start grinding again. But with that being said, I greatly appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.